The most useless megaprojects. From an airport that became a go-karting track to artificial islands sinking into the sea, and from abandoned nuclear plants to massive shopping malls without customers, some megaprojects show us what happens when ambition surpasses practicality. These massive projects were meant to change industries, boost economies, and shape the future. However, poor planning, financial issues, and unexpected obstacles turned them into some of the most notorious failures in history. Let's explore the fascinating and unfortunate stories behind these projects. Number 7. Mirabel Airport, Canada's costly aviation mistake. Mirabel Airport, located in Montreal, Canada, was once seen as a revolutionary step in aviation infrastructure. Built in the 1970s and opened in 1975, the airport was designed to handle up to 50 million passengers annually. At the time, this was an ambitious goal, considering that the entire population of Canada could theoretically pass through it within a single year. The project was not cheap, costing the Canadian government approximately 500 million Canadian dollars, which amounts to billions in today's currency. It was meant to replace Montreal's older Dorval Airport, now called Trudeau International Airport, as the country's main international hub. However, Mirabel's biggest problem was its poor accessibility. A high-speed rail link was initially planned to connect it to downtown Montreal, but budget cuts led to the project's cancellation. As a result, passengers had to rely on long, unreliable shuttle bus rides. Given this inconvenience, many travelers opted for Toronto's Pearson Airport, which was better connected. Over time, Mirabel became less relevant for passenger flights and was eventually repurposed. Today, the airport is primarily used for cargo operations and has even been transformed into a go-kart racing track. What was once a massive and promising aviation hub is now a symbol of mismanagement and wasted resources. Number 6. Wonderland Eurasia, Europe's largest abandoned theme park. In 2019, Turkey attempted to make history by building Wonderland Eurasia, the largest amusement park in Europe. Located in Ankara, it featured 17 roller coasters, a massive musical fountain, and giant fiberglass dinosaurs meant to attract millions of tourists each year. The park was expected to receive at least 5 million visitors annually and serve as a major entertainment destination. However, despite its $800 million budget, Wonderland Eurasia was doomed from the start. The rides were poorly constructed, and many broke down soon after the park opened. Visitors complained about unsafe conditions, lack of quality attractions, and overall disappointing experience. This led to overwhelmingly negative reviews, causing attendance to plummet. Within less than a year of its grand opening, the park was abandoned. By 2022, it was in complete disrepair, with rusting rides, overgrown vegetation, and broken attractions scattered across its 1.3 million square meters of land. Eventually, local authorities decided to repurpose the land into a green space, and in the dream of Wonderland Eurasia forever. Number 5. Eco-Atlantic City, Nigeria's unfinished luxury utopia. In 2003, Nigeria launched an ambitious project to create Eco-Atlantic City, an artificial city built on reclaimed land along the coast of Lagos. The goal was to accommodate 250,000 residents, create a financial hub, and protect Lagos from coastal erosion by constructing a massive seawall known as the Great Wall of Lagos. The idea seemed promising, but the execution fell short. The project faced several issues, including environmental concerns and funding delays. Scientists warned that disrupting ocean currents and local ecosystems could have unintended consequences. Over time, construction slowed down, and today, the city remains largely incomplete, with only a handful of finished buildings. Despite its grand vision, Eco-Atlantic has failed to deliver on its promises. Many of the planned skyscrapers and business centers remain unbuilt, leaving behind an expensive and half-finished landscape. Number 4, Millennium Dome, the O2 Arena, from failure to success. The Millennium Dome, constructed in London, UK, was one of the most expensive and controversial projects of its time. Built to celebrate the new millennium, the dome was intended to host an exhibition called the Millennium Experience. The project cost £789 million and was supposed to attract millions of visitors throughout the year 2000. However, the exhibition itself was underwhelming. Attendance numbers were far below expectations, and once the event ended, the dome had no clear purpose. For years, it stood as a costly mistake, with taxpayers footing the bill for maintenance. Fortunately, the Millennium Dome found a second life. In 2007, it was rebranded as the O2 Arena and transformed into one of the world's busiest concert and sports venues. This rare case shows that even failed megaprojects can sometimes be repurposed successfully. Number 3, Bataan Nuclear Power Plant, $82 billion and used facility. The Bataan Nuclear Power Plant in the Philippines is one of the most expensive infrastructure failures in the country's history. Constructed in response to the 1973 oil crisis, the plant was meant to provide the Philippines with energy security and economic growth. The project began in 1976 and was completed by 1984 at a cost of $2 billion. However, safety concerns quickly emerged. The plant was built near an active fault line and a volcano, making it a risky location for a nuclear facility. Following the Chernobyl disaster in 1986, fears of a similar catastrophe led the Philippine government to abandon the project. Despite never being operational, the country had to pay off the massive debt for the plant over 3 decades. Today, it stands as a haunting reminder of poor planning and misallocated resources. Number 2, New South China Mall, the empty shopping giant. The New South China Mall in Dongguan, China, was supposed to be the largest shopping mall in the world, with space for 2,000 stores. Opened in 2005, it was designed as a luxury retail destination, complete with themed zones resembling different parts of the world. However, the mall quickly became infamous as the Ghost Mall. Due to economic challenges and lack of demand, 99% of its retail space remained empty for years. Without enough tenants or visitors, it was effectively a $1.3 billion wasteland. In 2019, the mall was rebranded and adapted to cater to lower-income shoppers by adding food stalls and night markets. This transformation helped revive it, with occupancy rates reaching 90% by 2023. This case proves that failed projects can sometimes recover with the right adjustments. Number 1, the World Islands, Dubai's sinking dream. Dubai is known for its ambitious megaprojects, but one of its most spectacular failures is the World Islands. This project consisted of 300 artificial islands arranged in the shape of a world map. Construction began in 2003, and by 2008, the islands were completed. However, the vision of creating luxury resorts and private mansions never materialized. The biggest problems were the lack of infrastructure. Most islands had no electricity, water, or sewage systems. Developers struggled to find buyers, and many of the islands remain undeveloped to this day. To make matters worse, reports indicate that some islands are sinking due to erosion. This project serves as a lesson in the risks of excessive ambition and poor planning. And that wraps up our look at the most useless mega projects. Some of these were doomed from the start, while others had potential to succeed, but fell victim to poor planning and bad luck. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.